Hi guys, the Dream here. In today's video, we will be watching R.M.'s talk with Pharrell. Oh my gosh, we got this video a couple of days ago and this information and this surprising news hit us so hard, at least me, that BTS will have a song with Pharrell and our Joonie is soon to be released his solo album. The date is predicted to be 25th of November, so it's so close. Oh my goodness, so many things are happening still all the time. Oh my god, I cannot. But yeah, we got this kind of talk interview between R.M. and Pharrell. And it is for the Rolling Stone magazine and they did this amazing photo shoot. Oh my goodness, R.M. looks incredible. And they got this cover also. Oh my gosh, wow, this is incredible, amazing, I cannot. So yeah, I think this is why Joonie went to the States in September. Remember when he was like, you know, leaving for the US and nobody knew what he's gonna do there. Is it for the, you know, album or anything? Probably this was one of the things that he did back then. This is so wonderful to see R.M. talking with one of the musicians that he always admired and that he knows the works of and everything. And it's really fascinating to me to hear what they will talk about. I've read a little bit of the interview on Twitter, but it's a different thing, you know, to see it in a video, their interaction between each other and everything. And I saw all the posts of Rolling Stones on Twitter about this interview and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And I remember the time in 2018 when BTS, you know, did a picture with Pharrell on Billboard Music Awards in the Fake Love era. And yeah, back then they were so excited to just, you know, take this picture and meet and everything. And now R.M. is just like having this personal talk about music with one of the artists that he really admires. So yeah, like I said, amazing. And I think it's going to be so interesting. So I'm super ready to dive right into this video with you guys. I wanted to share that moment with you because yeah, it's really significant. I'm just still shooked by this news and everything. So I wonder when this BTS collab with Pharrell will come. I don't know too much about Pharrell. I know his like biggest hits like the song Happy and his collab with Daft Punk. Besides that, I don't know much. So yeah, it's going to be really fascinating and interesting, like I said. So without further ado, let's just jump into this video because it's like 23 minutes long. So yeah, get ready guys. I have my tea, my morning tea, because it's early morning for me. So I'm going to be drinking that while watching. And yeah, you prepare your drink too or snack and let's begin our journey through this interview. Let's go. Okay everyone, there we go. I have my pillow for support, like always, you know, and I have my tea still in here. So yeah, I'm ready. I hope you are too. Let's begin and watch BTS's R.M. and Pharrell talk producing their upcoming collab and more. Oh my gosh, I really am so happy that this happened and another great news and everything. And yeah, it's gonna be so wonderful to see what they will talk about the music and everything. And I think for Joonie it was really great experience and he was probably very happy to do this. So yeah, he looks amazing. I love his shoes and his like whole suit and everything. Wow, he looks incredible. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1 and go. Click.
I'm not sure if you remember it or not, but we've met And,
yes, that's what I talked about, the picture.
2018.
Yeah.
Yes.
We took a photo.
We took a photo together.
I wanted
Yes. Oh, he wanted to work with them back then. Look at Joonie. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at him. Joonie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Oh, the photo shoot, amazing.
for having me. Thank you for having me. You know, I think that there's a huge benefit in writing and producing for other people. I'm pretty sure you may feel that way as well. But it allows me to.
He's gonna have interesting points
go to
too.
places that I wouldn't go for myself. And as much as it feels like, you know, I may know what I'm doing when I'm doing songs that I'm, you know, featured as a solo artist. Some people know, but most people don't know that all of my solo efforts have always been songs that I have written or produced for other people. In fact, when I try to write songs for myself, or produce songs for myself, they always are too complex and seem much more like a puzzle than they do.
Oh,
you know,
that's
again,
fascinating
you
and
know,
interesting.
But I do those for other people. So
The
for me,
other
oftentimes, my best
artist's
stuff is,
perspective
stuff
on
that I
making
post
music.
back for myself. I don't know how it is.
I think it's really inspiring for.
2005, I was just an elementary school kid, and I just wanted to be a rapper. As I got to know what's rap, it's, you know, basically
look at
human
them.
poetry. I really felt attracted for this whole genre to send the messages to the world. Actually,
Yes, we
it's
know.
really you know, embarrassing to answer about all this in front of my idol.
No,
Yeah.
Joonie. Oh, he's so sweet. It's embarrassing. It's not. Don't be embarrassed, Joonie. You are an incredible artist, an amazing person, and just like incredible leader, and just everything and above. So yeah, don't be. Oh my gosh, this is the humbleness and the humility in him. Oh my gosh, this is so, he's so sweet. Look at him. Oh, the long hair and this jacket and this. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You know, embarrassing to answer about all this in front of my idol, but for me it's really more comfy to, you know, mostly for me I write somebody's lyrics or the melodies for other artists, not as many as you, but it feels like, you know, it gives me another avatars and characters.
Yes.
So when it comes to me, it's a complex, and it always comes with the pain, you know, to confess. But it's still the most important part for me.
I can relate to that.
Wow.
I think the pain part for me is probably the fun part, because that's like some of the most vivid paint that we can use as artists when we're like filling in what we want to be a powerful
this is
verse.
so
Okay, doesn't hurt enough.
fascinating and so inspiring for Joonie. I can feel his like emotion through this conversation.
You inject the pain in your verses to make sure that, like, you know, they're strong.
Oh,
I agree.
I was wondering the creative process, you know, how it's different for you yourself, like In My Mind or Girl, or, you know, between the, you know, songs you made for the others, like the singers or the rappers, or like clips, grinding, of course. I just wonder the difference, you know, from the scratch.
So when an artist walks in, they ask for something.
Like a track or
know, they'll say, you know, I just want something hard, or I want something darker, or I want, you know, something that's like for the club, like, you know,
banger.
You know what I'm saying? A banger, like. And so I'm considering what they're looking for, but I'm also
it's
thinking
really
about, like, the
interesting.
texture
I
of their
love
voice
this.
and the patterns and the melodies that they do usually. Then I think about how I can give them something very different than they've ever done before. And so when you mix all of that together, a lot of times, you know, an artist will say, man, that's a little different for me or whatever. And then I'll go ahead and reference it and, you know, sell sell it to someone else, and then like oftentimes that same person will come back to me and say, "Man, why didn't you play me that?" And I'm like, "I did play you that, but they weren't hearing it in that way."
Wow, that's the fun part.
Yeah, that's the fun part. But then there are people who jump out the window and they go ahead and try it. Because my whole thing is just try it. We don't have to put it out.
Right.
But you know, people are so good at what they do. Sometimes they're afraid to explore different parts of different parts of their personality and different parts of their career.
Exactly.
So you know, they're a little like hesitant. But for the ones that do,
I like his thinking here.
Look, if we decide at the end of the day it's just not right for them, it's not right for them.
Right.
But you got to hear a different side. That's my favorite part of writing and producing for other people.
Like a challenging.
Yeah.
So here comes another thing.
Okay.
I started to listen to music. I mean, like the hip hop music in 2005. I started with the Nas and Eminem.
Okay.
Of course, the classics.
Yeah.
But you know, as I get to know you, when I first listened to your song, especially, I just want to point out "Take It Off," because that's my playlist, one of the playlists.
Whoa.
So
that's crazy.
When I just,
Oh,
I even
look at this. This is, oh my goodness. Joonie is like pouring his thoughts and his like, oh my gosh, everything that he felt like from the younger years. First time listening to talk to the artist that you know listened to and admired for so many years, and to have this opportunity to just speak with them and hear their mind in person like that, it's very special. So I'm sure it's really special for Joonie too. Wow, I love this. Oh my gosh. But let's continue.
I even translated into Korean, and I just recorded once when I was an amateur.
Whoa.
So you know, when I listen to it, I just always been wanting to have the, you know, frequency, like, you know, because you always cross over this. These days, genre doesn't mean anything, but I think at that time, I think was like, you know, some rappers really criticize the rappers who sing. Or
their experience with criticisms about, oh my gosh. I can feel all of this. Oh my gosh.
Natural for that, but I always wanted to have the frequency, like you know, sometimes it's just singing. You could be falsetto. Sometimes you rap. Sometimes you just sing the hook for the other artists, like some dog. And so how do you position yourself when you participate in the song as a player? Like,
wow. First of all, these are great questions. No one's ever asked me that. Believe it or not. Like, no, I've never had a journalist.
Wow.
That really matters to me.
Wow, he said that this question is like a question that no one ever asked him, and he really wanted someone to ask him that type of question. Oh my goodness, see how amazing our Joonie is, how deep thinking he is. Oh my gosh, that he like impressed Pharrell like that with that type of question, so in depth and so, you know, in detail about the process of creating music. Wow. I think in that moment Pharrell felt how incredible and how intelligent our Joonie is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, let's go back a little and let's go.
First of all, these are great questions.
Thank you.
And no one's ever asked me that.
Oh, really?
Or not.
Oh.
Like, no, I've never had a journalist ever ask me
that. Really matters to me.
So, and that's like no cap. Like, you, believe it or not, no one's, and it sounds like they could have, and because it's such an obvious question, but no one's ever asked me that. So I'm blown away by that.
Oh wow.
Everything, I make decisions based on
so
feeling.
proud and so happy for her.
I don't make them based off of convention.
I gotta rap, I gotta sing.
Yeah, no, it's just whatever it feels like it needs, and I'm gonna channel it as best as I can, because I'm trying to tell somebody else who's gonna be better than me to do it. And oftentimes what would happen was artists would be like, nah, we want you to stay on it. And I'll be like, no, but it's for this person. But I channel what I feel like is missing. and I forget that it's going to be me, because if I think that it's going to be me, then it won't be as good and I won't be as confident. I'm only confident knowing that I am giving the instruction and the directives to someone else.
Oh,
Like, for example, there's a record that I
interesting.
did with Mystical a long time ago called
Mystical.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, Shake Your Ass, right? So when I did that record, I was thinking like, you know, writing wise, you know, Chad and I produced it together. But when I was writing that hook, I was pretending that like Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations could do it. And I remember saying to them, "Oh man, you know, we're gonna get like, you know, we're gonna get you know, the guy from the, you know, the Temptations to do it." And they were like, "Nah, the record company wants you to stay on that." I was like, "Wait, what?" So it was like this weird thing where like I started to realize that was my sweet spot, is when I channel other people and I surrender to what the music needs and not let my ego or my feelings get involved. And then I actually make better decisions, whether it's going to be me on the song at the end of the day or not, or another artist. I filled in the blank and given them a different feeling. And oftentimes, sometimes I would be sharp, you know, when I'm singing on there, but it just felt good, and we would just leave it.
So I'm not sure if you remember it or not, but we've met at
Of course.
Billboard Music.
That was at the beginning. Oh yeah.
Photo.
We took a photo.
I wanted to work then, but I didn't. You know, I didn't want to like, you know, be aggressive. So I was like, oh, you know, let's just take a photo. But
you were nice.
But I really wanted. I was like, yo, let's leave. I think we took a photo backstage.
Yeah, backstage in your room, actually.
Yeah, and then like I was working in a studio not too far off, and I really wanted to be like, yo, fuck all of this. No, you know what? Let me correct this, because I don't want your fan base to be mad at me using this type of language. But man, I was like, man, I wanted to be like, listen, let's leave here right now and go make some great music, because I just loved everything that you guys were doing. I love your energy, and you know, I love what it is that you represent.
We
you know,
all
in such a
love
time
it.
when the Asian community has just been going through so much
These days,
and
gradually, more and more.
The Asian community has given me so much, and I really feel like y'all's energy. You're also showing like artist not just like in different, not just in one specific genre, but I think you're just like also showing people that like you don't have to be. You can be humble. You guys.
They are the most humble.
There's a lot of humility that you all vibrate. I think that's a great.
That's a great way to put it. Humility that you all vibrate. They vibrate. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's a really nice way. I like it. Wow. They vibrate humility. Yes. Yes, Pharrell. You are absolutely right about it.
People don't realize is like when you have, you know, literally, you know, hundreds of millions of fans, and you encounter them, you know, 20 and 50 and 100,000 at a time.
Can't notice a single face, you know. It's just a mess.
Yeah, it's
MAS. That's not.
It's a mass.
It's a mass,
and it is a massive voice, and it is a massive, using that word mass. It is a massive energy coming at you, and you say jump,
and then they jump,
and you sing, and they sing every word,
right,
and you know that you can feel through their voices that so many of their lives have been affected and changed because of something that you've done.
That's
I don't know how you do that, because I've had a couple songs do that, and then when I get out there and go sing it, that would make me cry, because it was too much of a responsibility. Every time I get that close to that size and what I do as a musician, I always step back.
Oh, why? It's like, is it too heavy?
It's too heavy, man.
Too much?
It's too much of a responsibility. That's why I really revere people like yourself and, you know, your band members and other artists like B and J and like man, what y'all go out there and go face every night on that stage, it is humbling and it's overwhelming, and sometimes your nervous system got to be built for that.
Of course.
Let me ask you this: how do you deal after you come off the stage feeling electrified and shocked every night? How do you decompress, or do you decompress, or do you purge? Like, how do you do that?
It's, you know,
Oh, Joonie.
my
God, look at my cat. I just can't.
performing was in front of like 10 people in some small clubs when I was like 15.
Okay.
And I like forgot most of the lyrics. So at that time, I just realized that I'm not a star type. I'm not a like a front man and could enjoy all this shit and just like Kurt Cobain or Mick Jagger. I'm not that type. I'm just a human who loves writing music.
Joonie, you are. Yes,
So,
you are the type.
every night.
Even better.
Like for example, we had stadium shows in Las Vegas last April.
Yeah.
It was 4, but like every night is a challenge. It's like same set list. It's like maybe the same host, sort of type, little different, but just like you said, that moment, like after we finished the first 3 beginning songs, and then we, take out the earphones, and then we're just like, we're fucking back.
Oh, Joonie, he hesitated to curse. He's so cute. Oh my God.
We're fucking back. Like everybody's shouting out. And that moment, that's when I really gets all the nerves. And like there's a different me persona for the next 2 hours and a half. But before that, from the rehearsal and even in the playing, I got really nervous and so responsible, because I really am aware of the stories that fans buy the tickets and they come from Brazil, from Japan, Korea, like from everywhere. They just come there for just that one night.
Yeah.
So it feels me like I have to pay back. I have to give them. I have to offer them the best night ever in their lives. So it's a mess, and it's a too much energy. But I'm a human, and I really get nervous. And I really sometimes get depressed by, and even
Just wanna hug him.
swallowed by all the energies. But I'm trying. I try to deal with it, because I'm a human.
So I'm
and I
squishing
love
the pillow so
music.
much.
I love their love, because I think love is really happening when we give somebody, not
Yes.
we receive. Yes, we take.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Oh my God, Joonie. Again, he said something so profound and so deep and so amazing, so effortlessly, and it's coming straight from his heart. Love is when we give, not when we get. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I think love is really
Joonie.
happening when we give somebody, not we receive. Yes, we take.
Yeah.
So I think it's more closer to the real love, I guess, personally. So I just want to give them back.
I agree completely.
They brought us from just a small city in Korea all the way back to the heart of this music industry.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, LA, New York. Me having an interview with Pharrell, it could happen because of fans all over the world.
Yeah, oh
everybody's
my
faithful, and I
God.
just don't want to disappoint them. How do you define it?
You will never disappoint us, Joonie. Never. Joonie, you are incredible. You will never disappoint us. Don't worry about it at all.
Of course the name Pharrell explains everything, but except that how will you define yourself?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a public servant first.
Public servant.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that word.
And when you serve the public, you're doing it's what
Something for
that's-
public.
Yeah, that's God's will. I'm a believer.
Oh,
Yeah, I universe is real. For me, God is the universe. We're in the universe. And then, again, being a public servant, being, a father, a husband, and then music is like everything for me, because music's the skeleton key that's opened up every door.
Still music.
Yeah, it's like the center of everything, because without that, I wasn't able to do all the stuff that I'm able to do. And then I definitely have my struggles with having a lack of a sense of purpose, I think.
When?
Right around 2005, when I put out In My Mind. I just felt like,
Right after that?
As soon as it didn't do what I wanted it to do, I mean, culturally, it made an impression, but it didn't do it, egotistically, it didn't perform the way I wanted it to, chart-wise. Like, it just didn't do what I was used to at that time, and that really hit me hard. So that made me start to think about, like, purpose and things having real, true DNA and not just aesthetic perversion, but, like, real, true, like, meaning, and something that could be meaningful to people, but at the same time still fly, man. I've always loved the girl, so that was always going to be But, so I understand what that is. I know what it's like to hit that place in your career, and for whatever reason, and you guys are doing fine, but I think, from what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding, you guys hit a place where you were like, what are we doing? Who are we? Are we who we said we were? And as you think about
that's nice that he knows about it.
And what your intentions are. It's like also kind of determining who you want to be. I mean, how's that feel? Like, where are you in that process right now? Because you're working on a solo record, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Of the work this time. I've released some mixtape as one of the members of the band, but
yes,
I think
you
it
did.
was just like experiments. I think this time it's maybe my official first solo album.
It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait.
I don't know. It's gonna be like I don't know if I would feel like you after My Mind or not. But I think it'll happen after when I release it.
Yeah.
So I'm just dependent on the time, but it's been just like 10 years after we had our debut as a team. So K-pop is all about the band and the groups. And actually, I told you, I personally started my career as a rapper and as a poet.
Yeah.
So
Yes, as a poet. Oh my God,
that's the
Joonie.
tricky
Yes,
part,
that's what you are.
Because the K-pop is like a mix.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of American pop music, all the visuals and the choreos and social medias and stuff. It's really intense and really hectic. So it has some pros and cons of its own. So after 10 years, I think it was not our intention, but we took it. But we actually became a sort of a social figure. So a K-pop band going to have a speech at the UN or meeting the presidents. It's like I think I was really confused.
So great that he's
what am I,
talking
like,
about
no
it.
matter what? So I was just like a small rapper and lyricist when I was young, like, from the scratch. So so it was 10 years really intense as a team, and I actually was in charge like almost all of the interviews and representing the team like in front of the other members. That was my stuff, I guess, role.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm so happy he's talking about everything, like the struggles and everything.
No, I gotta stop this for a bit. I gotta shut it down and just fall from it away, and then just see what's going on. Making my mind really calm down.
Yeah.
And then I think so that's how I got to concentrate on my just solo. And these days I really have been thinking about the 15 when I first listened to you. The first feeling and the vibe and the reason why I started, why I chose music to for my whole life, I guess. So when I was when I started my music, I was like 14, and now I'm like 28. So it's like just the half. It's like, it's like way shorter than you. So I'm in that process. So it's really tricky and confusing, and I just don't know what's going to happen. So if you could
It's all gonna be great and amazing.
You are in the band, and you are in the band. You've done the best. It's different from the K-pop, but you've done a lot of projects, like of course A.R.M.Y, Neptunes, and
Oh, see, he knows a lot about him.
Like any thoughts about
being in the Neptunes, being in A.R.M.Y, and having a solo record really helped me because it you do one thing, then you take a break. You do another thing, then you take a break. You do another thing, then you take a break. Yeah, and it allows me to like put on different hats and put on different masks. So I understand that, and I know like having that departure is going to make it really fresh for you. I think it's good for you to do that because then when you come back to it, to the group,
team.
I think it's gonna be to the team. I think it's gonna be super fresh. You have a whole
2025, the biggest comeback ever.
Continue to be curious, and don't put any kind of necessary pressure on what it is that you do by saying, no absolutes like, oh, I will never do music again, or I will never. I wouldn't do any of that. I would just
no nevers.
Just stay along for the ride. Just keep going.
Cruising.
Yeah, and just see where you end up.
That's what they were talking about. They are just
Thank you.
going with the flow.
It was a flow.
Oh, it's already 20 minutes. Oh my god. Wow. Joonie, look at them. Oh, wow. That was such. Oh my god. I love. Oh wow. Okay. I loved how he looked there. Let's just pause on that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, wow, that was such a fascinating and interesting talk, kind of interview, because they both were asking questions to each other and all those points and everything. And I liked what Pharrell was talking about, and it was really deep and it was so mutual, and they just it seemed like they really understood each other and could relate to each other, in the sense of the love for the music and producing and being an artist and being popular and everything, and the struggles that comes with that. And I love that Joonie talked about his struggles and also the K-pop industry and his beginnings, and his humbleness was, like Pharrell said, vibrating, and the humbleness of all the members is vibrating always when they are talking and when they are on stage and when they are with armies and everything, and just wow, it was such a great talk. And I really loved it, and all the things they said were really fascinating to me, like I said. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone, so that was my reaction to this Joonie and Pharrell talk, and I cannot wait for the collab that they're gonna do with Pharrell. And I wonder if it's gonna be all the BTS members. They didn't say that it's just Pharrell, but they said BTS, so will it be few members or all the members? I guess we will see soon. But wow, I cannot wait for that, and I cannot wait for Joonie's album. That's gonna be so incredible, and his record of his thoughts from 2019 to 2022, like he said many times. Previous mixtapes were the previous thoughts. The first mixtape was 2013 to 15, then the mono was from 2016 to 2018, and now this one is from 2019 to 2022. And it's going to be very, very incredible. I already know it, and it's so deep, probably so deep. So I cannot wait for all of that. probably the promotion for it will start soon, so we'll have many new things coming, and I'm really excited about it all. So yeah guys, I hope you liked my reaction to this talk interview. I didn't do reaction like that in quite a while, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave this video a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Love you, purple you. To the next time. Bye!